but I never saw a dime of the royalties. It wouldn't be right if you did, Bettye LaVette. Temporary layoffs, good time. Easy credit ripoffs, good time. Hello there, little bug. Hello there, Bellas. If you have not already done so, please remember to like, share the Facebook, subscribe, and visit uptopbeauty.com. And make sure you join the membership either here on YouTube or Patreon. For a small $5 fee, you guys can be privy to all the shenanigans, including my vegan journey. I'm going to upload a video next week because I'm going to try this vegan recipe, y'all. I'm a little nervous because I ain't never had no chickpea pastas before. But it's worth a shot. My health is my wealth right now. Okay. Thank you guys also for all of you who continue to contribute to the GoFundMe. I love you guys so much. I'll also be sharing my employment journey over there. That is so funny, y'all. I'm telling you, this whole employment thing is hilarious to me. My sister was like, I bet you don't make it 2 weeks because you got too many ways to make money. I said, man, if it was that easy, then I wouldn't have to do that GoFundMe. Okay, if it was that easy. But anyway, and then how she just gonna be wishing bad juju on me? Like I don't have no discipline or something. Y'all, we are wrapping this thing up. Okay, plus y'all ain't interested no more. Probably because Bettye LaVette getting on y'all nerves the way she getting on my nerves. The book is highly entertaining, but her arrogance is like choking me to death. Let's wrap up Bettye LaVette's A Woman Like Me. There was only one tiny problem. Before the project began, Dennis had been arrested for drug conspiracy and was out on bail. It wouldn't be right. You know, she can't give her twistanka to a man that's not in some kind of criminal activity. I know y'all didn't think that. I know y'all didn't think Miss Bettye LaVette was about to develop a relationship with a producer/mentor that was straight and narrow. I know y'all didn't think that because some of the people in the comments was like, ooh, what was the problem? Some of y'all was like, I can already guess the problem. He's a married man because you know she loves the married men. But his ass was an old drug trafficker. No matter, he said, we'll get the thing recorded before my case comes up. If you say so, baby, I said, eager to get my voice on these funky tracks. When it came to personnel, though, Dennis and I clashed. I want to bring in the Memphis Horns, he said. The Memphis Horns are great, I said, but every damn time they've played on one of my records, the record has flopped. I get it, because I can be a bit suspicious with certain things too. I've had enough of the Memphis Horns. So Dennis brought in the Horns from the Tonight Show band. I always loved their sound. All I needed was Rudy Robinson. So Dennis brought in the Horns from the Tonight Show band. I always loved their sound. All I needed was Rudy Robinson. I don't think he's right for this record, said Dennis. You're crazy, I said. He's the best musician I know. I fought with him for 35 years, but I won't record without him. No one knows me like Rudy. No one has his finesse or funk. No Rudy, no me. I'll give you Rudy, but you gotta give me the cats I've been using for the Robert Cray records. Long as they understand that they gotta follow Rudy wherever he goes. Rudy's direction is my direction. You really like your piano player, don't you? I don't use the word genius very often, but that's what Rudy is. Crazy Rudy, what they call him. When they sent me the final mix, though, I was horrified to hear how dominant Dennis had made the organ. Organs remind me of funerals. Rather than argue with him, I got Robert Hodge to buy me a plane ticket and flew back out to Burbank, where I got the goddamn organ off the record. The next day, he was hauled off to jail. Dennis' ass was hauled off to jail. I got the record I wanted. Happy ending? Not yet. Another instance of sugar turning to shit. Of course, it wouldn't be right, Bettye LaVette. If you wasn't keeping your head above water. Happy ending? Not yet. Another instance of sugar turning to shiz. Afraid so. More buzzard luck. Hell yes. The head of the record company disappeared. No one knew where to find him or what would happen to the masters. So I had no choice but to go get those tapes and bring them back to Detroit. One way or another, the album had to come out. After a countless number of false starts and agonizing delays, it was finally released in 2003 on the Blues Express label. But I never saw a dime of the royalties. It wouldn't be right if you did, Bettye LaVette. Temporary layoffs, good times. Easy credit ripoffs, good times. Scratching and surviving, good times. My correspondence with Kevin Kiley, y'all remember Kevin Kiley. Kevin Kiley was the dude who hit her up and was like, I know you not dealing with that producer. What's his name? Tivin. And she was like, well, who the hell is this? I don't know you, sir. And then after a while, she was like, ooh, who's this guy allowing me to give him the business? And he's just sitting there taking it. Oh, I like him. Something's interesting about him. My correspondence with Kevin Kiley had gone from emails to phone calls. I had started a flirtation and wasn't thrilled when he sent me a Christmas card with a picture of him and his girlfriend. Don't matter. I didn't want him to like anyone but me. After a while, he exposed his hand. He said he was falling for me. He was a genuine person, and I realized that I needed to respond to his genuineness. I also realized that he was a far better person than I was. It was a compliment that someone so good would be attracted to me. So when he said he was coming to an antique show in Detroit and wanted to take me to dinner, I readily accepted. Pause. So somebody in the comments was like, my disdain for Bettye LaVette is not just her. It's not just the fact that she's an atheist, it's her behavior. Now, I am not a holy roly, okay? I'm not going to sit here and say that, I study the Bible up and down. I do have a lot of knowledge of the Bible. But I'm not going to sit there and debate with someone over the Bible like I'm this, theologist. But what I find in life that's strange is that a lot of people that are not grounded in the Bible or church, their behavior is very, very reckless. Not all the time, but when people are not afraid of the afterlife, their behavior here on earth in this life be catastrophic. When he showed up at the house and saw me for the first time, he said, "You're little." Proud that I've never lost my figure. I took that as a compliment. Careful, I said, as he walked down the steps to my blue basement. That's where Stevie Wonder bumped his head. Kevin Kiley turned out to be a hell of a guy. He had all the right attributes, bright, handsome, sexy, and younger than I was. It didn't hurt that he knew everything about me. Fact is, when it came to soul music, he was a serious scholar. We loved each other's company. I felt love was coming my way. The problem, though, was Robert Hodge. I take that back. Robert was never a problem. He was and remains a blessing in my life. Robert was Mr. Loyalty, a man like Jim Lewis, who had stuck by me through thick and thin. He was also my boyfriend and someone who insisted that when it came to lovers, there could be no others. Do Robert Hodge know that when your husband got multiple sclerosis, you sent his ass home to his mammy? Do he know that? Why would he expect that from somebody like you? You have zero loyalty, girl. I tried to stay faithful and did until Dennis Walker came along. Once Dennis was gone, I was back walking the straight and narrow. But this Kevin Kiley was something else. You say that you love me.